Greetings, everyone. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. It's Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs and more. We're in the research kitchen today, giving you a little bit of a how-to video or just some basic information on water resistance and waterproofing on your RC vehicles. All right, guys, I found this website that kind of illustrates what the IP codes mean and how they would apply to RC vehicles. I can explain that to you in just a second here. So basically what IP stands for is International Protection Rating. Some people will interpret it as Ingress Protection Rating, consisting of the letters IP, and then that's usually going to be followed by 2 digits or an optional letter. As defined in an international standard IEC in 60529. It classifies the degree of protection provided against the intrusion of solid objects, including body parts like hands and fingers, or dust, accidental contact, and then also with water and electrical enclosures. The standard aims to provide users more detailed information than vague marketing terms such as waterproof. We see that a lot on vehicles that we purchase, vehicles that we look at in the packaging and in the actual descriptions of those vehicles. We see the word waterproof. That's kind of a vague term. It means water resistant essentially. So anytime you see waterproof, you can pretty much interpret that as water resistant. Now, the first digit in the code after the IP, in this case, in our case, it's going to be a lot of times X is going to indicate kind of, you could take that X and use a 0 in its place. It's going to indicate zero protection for inserting fingers or dust particulate, that type of thing. What we really have to start thinking about is the second digit after the X, and then the number after the X would give us the indication of what level of protection that the device or ESC or electronics in the vehicle are protected against. It's going to range in levels from 0 to 8, 8 being fully immersed. 0 is going to be not protected, obviously. 1 is going to be dripping water, have no vertically falling drops, will have no harmful effect. 2 is going to be vertically dripping water that have no harmful effect when the enclosure is tilted at an angle up to 15 degrees from its normal position. 3 is going to be spraying water, water falling as a spray at an angle up to 60 degrees. From a vertical should have no harmful effect. We are seeing in the RC world between 3 and 6 for the ratings. I've seen 3s, I've seen 6s in some cases, but never really anything higher than that where I'm concerned. The 4s are going to be most common, and that's going to be protection against splashing water. Water splashing against the enclosure from any direction shall have no harmful effect. 5, you're going to see a lot of those as well, and that's going to be water jets. So water projected by a nozzle 6.3 millimeters against enclosure from any direction shall have no harmful effect. In a heavy rainstorm, in heavy puddles, that type of thing, splashing through numerous times shouldn't give you any problems. Also, if you're like me and you clean your vehicles, you wash them off under the sink with like one of those little kitchen sink sprayer things, that's not going to hurt it either. I wouldn't recommend spraying it directly, stream directly at the ESC inside, but you can get it wet just by incidental spray from that nozzle. Number 6, IPX6 is going to be powerful water jets. Water projected in powerful jets, 12.5 millimeters nozzle against the enclosure from any direction shall have no harmful effect. And then we're talking about a garden hose. Again, I'm not going to recommend that you guys take a garden hose. If you have an IPX 6 rated electronics in your vehicle, don't take it outside and directly spray your ESC with a garden hose sprayer. Not a good idea. It would probably withstand it, but it's just not a good idea. Why tempt fate? And then 7 and 8 are going to be immersion, 7 being immersion up to 1 meter of water or liquid, 8 being immersion beyond 1 meter of water or any liquid. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That X, guys, you see the IPX, the X just means 0 particulate protection, or fingers or toes or whatever you're plan on sticking inside the vehicle or inside the enclosure. But that's pretty much it. I hope that helps you guys out to understand what the IP stands for and how that applies to RC vehicles.